Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about carrying the story and emotion of a song, but this time through the instrumentation. We are going to look at how sound selection and arrangement shape the emotional message, even without any lead vocals. So, we're gonna take a listen very quick here in this part. So in here, what I hear is missing somebody, someplace. Like it feels like you're in an ocean. And even the background vocals over there sound like a memory. That was my intent right there. Just intentionally, let's listen again, these little parts. So yeah, that's the feeling, like some uh, missing, nostalgic, creating that big space of memories. I want to start showing you the drums because I feel like the drums in part what is creating a lot of that depth. I programmed it, taking consideration the whole structure, of course, that was already there, and using the bass to ground that kick. The bass was already recorded, so I use it as my point to start. These drums I created it with this SSD5, which is Steven Slate drums. So I routed it in a way that I could have individual tracks, like if I was working with a real drum. So I'm able to manipulate each part of it, and you can route it down here in the mixer. Then I separated into another bus, the kick and the snare, because I wanted to give it another layer to the kick and the snare with a different sample and mix it together. So in this case, I downloaded a sample from Splice, and then I drop it here in the quick sampler from Logic. The reason why I did this is because you can even manipulate a little more the sample, including changing the tonality. You can go a little higher or lower in pitch with it. So anyways, I did that, and so just to listen a little bit what the difference is between the original kick and with a sample. So as you can tell over there, what I did is to create a little more of depth by adding just slightly bit of this other sample in it. And let's listen to add the snare here. So just a regular snare right there. So what I did there is to add a little bit of this other snare to create this crush, this. Also, I added some space, as you can tell. The snare itself has a plate reverb as well. This combination of different spaces is actually what gives you that depth. So just listening to the drums. And again, like I was saying, if we add the bass, the kick is very rounded with it. Then after I did that part, I kind of wanted a little more of create all this sound that goes a little deeper. Also add a little bit of ear candy because it's kind of, it's very plain in a way, but I mean, it's intentional. The song is very simple. So but I still wanted to get a little bit more of different things that can take your ears to different spaces. So I added this sample tambourine and also this extra drum, I call it. And again, I give them their own space. So this piece of drum, I put a long river here. The tambourine also has an echo. It's in the long river as well. Also, it's part of the snare plate. And together, then they play like this. So even that cow and all those sounds, it really takes you to that big room and of thoughts and nostalgic. I feel like I only listening to the drums and the bass, I can feel that already. And even the guitar has a few details that with a wah, and in some areas, as you see, I didn't even use the whole thing. It's just like in very specific places. So if we listen, like in this area where I added that, and then I also use panning. You can hear that guitar, that wah going, from one place to another. All of this, of course, it has multiple layers of guitars, pan in different directions to create even more space. So yeah, I just wanted to show you how I worked on this instrumentation to carry as well the story, like we were talking about in previous video, with the lead vocal, but in this case, how just alone the sound design and the instrumentation selection help to carry a story by itself. Again, I'm gonna play you just a little piece. There you have it.